Hey folks, Mike here. We ran a bit long in the next video, so we have two versions available for you. One is the extended cut, which has the full transcript and everything we read from the microfiche, and we also have edited together highlight reel, which is the one in the playlist. So if you're interested in hearing it all, you can follow the link here in the eye icon that'll go up here. Ba-ding! Or you can watch this one and get all the story poignant moments. Hope you enjoy. Bye. Or not really bye, because...
Smell you later.
Smelders.
Doig and Swift play night in the woods.
Alright, so what are we looking for?
I want to steer!
No.
Move, I'm steering!
Yeah.
Ow! Jeez, May!
Stafford! Tragedy at Stafford!
Okay. How do we do this?
Oh. Step 1, look at the screen. Step 2, move around and look at stuff.
Step 3, find ghost.
Sure.
Okay. Tragedy at Stafford Mine.
An explosion occurred at 6:20 a.m. in the Stafford mine. All work has ceased while men attempt to rescue any survivors. So far, 3 men have been pulled out alive, along with 20 dead.
Oh man.
The explosion occurred 10 miles deep in the mine, and only one group of men were able to escape before the elevator's rope snapped, and the next group of men plummeted to their death.
Oh my god, that's awful.
Jeez. So far, hopes of finding more survivors is low. The main path to the tunnel caved in due to the explosion, and supervisors are still attempting to piece together exactly where everyone was during the accident.
Oh my god, so many people died. 20 dead.
Jeez.
Only 3 men alive. Dear citizens, please make note to keep your pies safe during the pleasant weather we are experiencing. Several ladies have reported pies from their kitchens disappearing at alarming rates. Even worse, the petty culprit is leaving behind only the rhubarb pies. Until this criminal is caught or the bad weather returns, we remind our housewives to make use of their pie safes indoors or stick to rhubarb. Arr! Pie piracy, important.
No ghost to be found here.
The way you say ghost, it sounds like you don't believe me. She doesn't believe us, but she will when we get to Little Joe.
Here we go.
As the school children are quick to inform you, Possum Springs has at least one resident who won't show up on any census survey. Little Joe, purportedly the ghost of Joe Shade, a miner who died in mysterious circumstances some decades ago, is a favourite spook story of the whimsical and weird members of our community. His most recent activities seem to involve getting up out of his coffin in the old section of Possum Springs Cemetery, we will visit that, and strolling around, unnerving visitors to the largest graveyard in Deep Hollow County. His grave has become a destination for unruly and often destructive local youths, and as such, Possum Springs City Council is considering erecting an iron gate to protect the historical tombstones that fill up the small hollow. So maybe that's the gate, where Joe Shade lies buried. Police have also stepped up patrols in the area, so be warned, thrill seekers. You may not see a ghost, but you may see a fine for trespassing. Ooh, look!
Scooch so I can see. Graveyard. That's a gimme.
I mean, if you're looking for ghost stuff, that's why they make a lot of them.
Looks like they saw him in the old section. Oh cool. That's where his grave is. I'm actually interested in that.
How could you not be interested? This is like actual dangerous ghost stuff.
I like history.
Ghosts are history. History that won't stay history.
That's actually pretty good.
So we have a ghost of a miner who died decades ago.
I'm a funny cat.
Progress Springs in Possum Springs.
Randall Stafford, owner of the Bells Hole Mine Works, has partnered with Samuel Coulson, owner of Coulson Coke Works, Daniel Glick, railroad magnate, and prominent business owner Harrison Schreigeist to make some stunning improvements throughout the town. Underground gases afflict many. The houses of Larch Street have been evacuated after the discovery of gas buildup in the basements was found to have led to hallucinations in scattered members of the households. For the past several weeks, residents have been complaining of family members who began hearing voices or seeing things that were not there.
Gases or ghosties?
Ghosts.
Ghosties.
One older woman was found having an animated discussion with an empty chair. When pressed, she calmly explained that she was talking to her sister, who had passed away some 50 years ago. 2 nights ago, the son of Carson Zimmer ran out of the house and leapt into Cooper's Pond, 1 mile up the road. Moments before this, the child had been readying for bed, and according to another sibling, became increasingly agitated. The last words he uttered were about some sort of song, before he dashed out of the house and into the night this house is haunted, where his watery grave awaited him.
Wow, he died.
Yeah, jeez. This last event persuaded residents to request help from officials to see if this is related to St. Lovin's Lantern, a phenomenon where exposure to specific underground gases leads certain victims to experience waking dreams, auditory hallucinations, and the sense of unseen presences.
Oh.
Okay.
Preliminary tests indicate that gas is present in the homes, and mining officials are moving the residents until more tests can be completed. I mean, it's possible that May's affected by this.
Yeah.
Like, there might still be gas going around. Or maybe gas isn't the cause.
Yeah, maybe there's some deeper phenomenon.
Hey! But May, check out those symptoms.
Yeah.
Check out the symptoms, May.
Please, delighters! We're so anxious! Everybody's dying and being gassed!
Please don't build something weird.
Strike-tula!
A strike at Stafford Mine has been called. The idea first arose after the memorial for the 1888 explosion victims. Miners gathered in the home of Arthur Borowski.
Oh,
Is that our grandfather?
our grandfather, yeah.
To continue the memorial to their friends. They also began recounting all of the promises the bosses had reneged upon. Reneged?
I don't know what that is, sorry.
On this past year, I guess going back on their word, including basic safety measures to avoid another explosion. A group of 20 miners entered the mines to begin the strike, and 30 more joined them before morning. All work has been stopped at the mine, and the miners are now striking in 8-hour shifts. Their wives and children have begun to bring food and water for the men. The bosses have stated that the miners are safer than they were a year ago, and that there is no need to act in this manner.
Safer than a year ago doesn't necessarily mean safe.
Possum Massacre! Severe violence broke out at the Stafford mine strike today. The bosses arrived to attempt to renew talks and were taunted by some of the children present. Rocks were thrown, and the National Guard and strikebreakers opened fire on the crowd.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Because rocks were thrown?
After a few minutes, the smoke cleared and the gory scene revealed. 9 miners are dead, with a dozen more injured. A young brother and sister were also shot dead, as they were delivering a package of food to their father and uncle, who were on strike below when the shooting broke out.
Wow. This town is crazy!
Yeah. Okay, so someone's really angry at something.
The way the miners were treated, I guess.
The photograph of the 2 children aged 7 and 9 who were shot in cold blood has circulated far outside our little county. This heinous act led to a personal visit from the governor to the strike site to meet with strikers. Independent inspectors were also brought in, and talks finally began. 45 days since the start of the strike. The bosses have agreed to comply to the current safety standards and to honour the demands of the miners.
Should think so. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, they were striking, and some kids started yelling and throwing rocks, and they just shot people. Started shooting.
But then, if there's been symptoms of people seeing things that weren't there, and they were next to the mine, and
Maybe,
it
but
just
didn't
went
say anything
crazy.
about that. Spectral happenings. 2 local sweethearts were startled this past Sunday night as they hiked along the wooded overlook known as Possum Jump.
According to the Lovebirds, at approximately 11:45 a.m., a figure appeared to walk from the edge of a cliff out into the open air and then disappeared. Forestry workers the next morning were unable to locate any evidence of anyone having left from the great height, leaving the exact nature of what the two saw a mystery. A decent hike up into the State Forest Hills, Possum Jump is famous for its beautiful view of the Echo Reservoir. It also holds historical importance as it hosts the lovely graves of several persons involved in the Possum Massacre. Spectral happenings, spectral happenings!
Yeah.
Hey, look at this!
Yeah.
Looks like Possum Jump.
Let me read it.
It's Possum Jump.
Okay, yeah, that's back up in the state park, right?
Yeah.
Ever been up there?
Nope. Gonna check it out though.
Go nuts. That's actually probably only a mile or so from Mrs. Miranda's house. Back up in the hills. All kinds of stuff up there.
Well, I'll try to avoid any basements.
Or corpse husbands. Co-signed.
The strike lumbers on. The strike is now in its 30th day with no end in sight. The bosses have refused to meet with the miners, saying their demands are too fantastical.
What are they even demanding? It sounds like just standard safety measures.
He's too fantastic.
It's too fantastic!
Oh, it's Megamind.
Oh, yes. Great movie.
The miners claim they are all asking
The Mega Miners.
claim they are only asking the bosses to adhere to safety standards that are already the law. The National Guard was called in after last week's scuffle, and there was a fight before. And the Coulson Cokeworks Union has joined the cause, which has caused an uptick in national press arriving at the site. The women's camp has expanded its services from serving meals to beating any non-union miner from
What does that mean? To beating any non-union miner from entering the mines.
So far they have been successful in both ventures.
Maybe it means like beating off.
Maybe.
Like stopping them from getting into the mines.
Ghostly rumours.
Haunt New Historical Society. The Possum Springs Historical Society's conversion of the Schraggist House into its new headquarters and education centre has hit a snag. Custodial head Jed Nussom has resigned, citing strange occurrences in the old manor.
I'd be there after hours doing my work and I'd hear someone walking around, trying doorknobs. I came out to see who was fooling, but there was never nobody there, said Newsom. Trying to get this map room operational for the children, all the while I'm looking over my shoulder, expecting to see God knows what.
Mr. Newsom had previously requested to work only daylight hours when other staff were present in the building, but even that proved to be too terrifying.
I don't go to the off-fluid areas anymore. I don't go up past the second floor, and then only to go to the office. I know the others laugh, say I'm seeing Little Joe or something, but they can all go spit.
Okay, so potential new location.
Let's have a look. Hey, hey, hey! Ghost spotted.
Historical Society.
You like history, right? History that won't stay history.
In a history place. History place.
Yeah, I've never been.
You didn't go back in school?
I think this was when I wasn't in school.
Oh, after the softball incident.
Probably she went apeshit with a baseball bat. Yeah, mostly just watched TV and did therapy.
Jeez.
Well, it's actually a pretty cool old house. Used to be owned by one of the mine owners or something. Railroad, mine, steel mill, something like that.
An actual haunted house.
No. Elementary school kids are there all the time. They have like summer arts and crafts programs.
Oh, well, still worth checking out. Okay, well that's like 3 leads, that's spooky. Deep Hollow County mourns. The final group of bodies from the 1888 explosion have been recovered, 2 days shy of the 1-year anniversary of the tragedy. These 5 men bring the total dead to 112. 2 of the men, Addison Pine and Henry Harvey, were the ones who set off the explosion. Although mine bosses had been informed that gas pockets were present in that section, they elected not to inform Pine and Harvey of the possible danger. The other 3 bodies belonged to Peter Bledsoe, Christian Stanoff, and Peter Lajtha. Wow, strange but true immediately catches my interest. Tell me the tale of teeth.
Strange but True is our ongoing series about the weird and forgotten aspects of Deep Hollow County history and culture, published weekly. Bad bosses figure heavily in Possum Springs history, and this morbid tale of crime and secret societies is no exception. The story goes, in 1870, a local mine boss was skimming workers on their pay. A group of miners confronted him while he was in the act. He denied everything, with many a slur, and punched the miner's leader, Darnell Glace, in the face, causing him to lose his last remaining tooth. My tooth! The miners knew how much Darney's tooth meant to him, of course, and they descended on the boss. A few held the boss down while others removed all of his teeth with pliers. The teeth were passed out to the miners, and a secret society was created with a vow to protect the workers' interests.
We got your teeth!
Membership was based on owning one of these teeth, and each was marked with a symbol of their choosing.
A unicorn.
These symbols were used around the coal patch to organize meetings and make announcements. The boss survived his attack, but never named his attackers for fear of implicating himself.
It was Possum!
Who?
Possum!
Who?
Possum! Well, if you won't talk.
When died a few years later, when he died, they died? When they died a few years later, members dug up his grave to retrieve his skull.
The teeth weren't enough.
It was used in ceremonies performed before going out for retribution.
Oh, I'm a talking skull! Look at me, guys!
To be or not to teeth. All would gather round, place their teeth into the sockets, and later retrieve their tooth after the retribution was completed. Upon a member's death, their tooth would be passed to a new member. Teeth members in jail would be left in their sockets until their fates were decided. After the strike of 1889, the society dwindled. Occasionally, a descendant of one of these men will find a tooth with strange markings in their home. Strange, but true.
Wow, that is weird.
Okay, I really want to map out the timeline of this. So, there was an explosion, and then, No, the explosion was 1888, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So do you reckon these teeth society were kind of behind the mine exploding?
I don't know why they would explode the mine, though.
Yeah.
Because they are miners. That's their work.
After the strike of 1889, the society dwindled. So maybe the explosion was like a revenge against them.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's pretty bonkers. Someone gets punched in the face and they lose their tooth, so when people pin someone down and steal all their teeth.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
It's brutal, man. It's really brutal.
This is a brutal place. I think that we've seen everything.
I think so.
Yeah.